Darnita L. Payton, and my purpose is to educate, encourage, and enlighten. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by my channel today. I am so grateful that you are here. Well, here it is. This is a junk drawer. I don't like junk drawers, but I do, when I'm working with a client, sometimes something called an empathy exercise, where I will allow a certain part of my space to become disorganized so that I can sort of empathize with what they're going through. And let me tell you, these are always difficult for me because I really like to have things organized, but it keeps me grounded, if you would, and it keeps me from forgetting the difficulties that someone who's working with me or someone watching this video may encounter. So what we're going to do is go through and declutter what's in this junk drawer. Okay, so you have already seen what's in the junk drawer. I am on the floor wearing what I would normally wear if I was working with a client. Black pants and a red t-shirt because my company colors are black, red, and white. But anyway, so we're going to go through what's in this junk drawer, and this is just going to be a hands video. And I'll explain what real life stories I've heard for why I have what I have in my junk drawer and what I plan to do with it, and what my reaction or my advice suggestion would be. So going through this junk drawer, I have cards. You're going to see lots of cards. And what I do generally when I get a card that I really like, because you can't keep them all, and if you do, then you end up with a junk drawer full of cards, is if it's a message that really touched me, I may cut the message out and save it. But generally what I'll do is take a picture of the card, because the memory is in the thought, not necessarily in being able to hold onto the card. So you can just keep these on your computer. But if you absolutely want to select a few to keep, also in my junk drawer, you will find this that goes with a picture frame that can be discarded because it's torn, but it's in there. And a client would say, but Dr. Payton, I'm going to reuse that. Likely not. But if you wanted to, because I also have some glasses in here, because when I get frames, I take the glass off because I'm usually hanging them on the wall using command strips. And although I know they say they will hold a certain amount of weight, I don't want to come downstairs the next morning and find glass all on the floor. But here's an idea that you can use if you have a few cards that really touch you, is that you could make a collage out of them. And I notice you can see my reflection in there. And there's a reflection of the ceiling fan. But you can make a collage out of them by using a piece of glass and then the backing to a frame for those ones that you want. And you can just cut it to fit the size. Or these are good. I use these to make stained glass or to make etchings and things of that nature. So that's why I keep these. But again, a client would say, well, I have this and I have that, but they may not have the back. So unless you're going to go out and individually buy a bag, there's no need to keep these. More cards. And I know what everyone knows what those are because we all had those. And what are these? Oh, these are the chalkboard tags. Now I use these. I actually have these in an organizational project that I may share later. You can just take the chalk marker and write on what's in your container. Another card, really beautiful. And I understand the attachment to cards. So again, if it speaks to you and you really want to keep it, but just be really selective on the number of cards you keep. And if it's really important to you, my question would be to my client, well, why is it in your junk drawer? Shouldn't it be somewhere special where you can see it and it can encourage you and remind you? So, if you like, keep them out where you can see them, or again, try that collage idea, or take a picture and keep a digital folder on your computer. Random. I had attended something at the Cosmos Club and they had napkins. See, this one had a stain on it. And so let me remind you, in case you didn't see the beginning of this video, that the only reason I have a junk drawer is because I wanted to do this video for you all. And when I'm working with a client, sometimes I will do what's called an empathy exercise, where I allow a part of my life or space to become a bit disorganized so that I remain empathetic towards what they're going through, because organization is easy for me, but it's not easy for everyone else. And I want to remember that it's not easy for everyone. So these would go in the trash. I don't need to know, I know my name. Or now you could reuse this if you wanted to go through the effort because it's magnetic, and take this out and use it for something else if you need to walk around with the name tag, but that would be trashed. And when I have guests come over, I like to set up for them. So this was done for my nephew. It says, welcome Jay, the Prince King. Whenever I have guests come over, I like to set up the guest room with things that they like, a beverage or a snack. And I always like to make a welcome package. And so this would go in a frame like this. And it would be set up on, of course it would be this way, but it will be set up on the dresser for them to see when they come. So that's an idea for that. More envelopes, more cards. And again, these cards would have been discarded had I not needed to do this video. Discarded, or again, put in a special place or recorded for an online file. And as I'm taking things out of frame, I'm putting them in categories so that when I'm done, I can actually put this stuff where it belongs. So more cards, those would just be discarded. And these, because I'm always in caregiver mode, these are those petroleum dressings. You can use these if you need to. If you want to have some more. Ladies, great for the crusty feet. At night, put one of these on your feet, put on a pair of cotton socks, and you will wake up in the morning with baby soft skin. But that's what these are. But these would normally be in my caregiver drawer or in the bathroom or something like that. They wouldn't be in the junk drawer because I would likely forget that they're there. Again, another random envelope. And this is something I did for Resurrection Sunday. He is risen, and I had this in a frame put up for Resurrection Sunday. This would have likely just been printed out and then discarded because I could always print it out again. Or if I needed to use it for the next year and I really wanted to, I would have put it in a file somewhere. And moving to this, this is your big fat check from, how do you all pronounce it? Rakuten or Rakuten? Whatever. It used to be Ebates. And so under normal circumstances, this would have been cashed, deposited, and then discarded. But I have clients who would hold on to it. And my question would be, why? You've already gotten the money. And generally, they don't have an excuse. So this would be shredded after you've held it for the length of time that it needs to be to clear your bank, and then you would discard this. So this would go in my shred pile. So let me back up and say, normally when I'm working with someone on a decluttering project, we would have signs around that would say trash, keep, donate, recycle, or sell. And we would have those set up around the space that we're decluttering. I don't have those there because we're focusing on the drawer. So keep that in mind, that whatever comes out of this drawer would go into one of those piles. Maybe I would have an extra one that would say, filing or taxes. It depends on how in depth you want to go for your decluttering project. But before you leave, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification, and do me one favor. Tell at least 5 people you know about my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you would like more information, please feel free to reach out to me at drdeclutter.com. That's doctor, the letter D, the word clutter.com. It'll be in the description box. If no one has told you today how awesome you are, I want you to know that you are absolutely, positively awesome. Take care. God bless. Bye.